Right then, lads and lasses, welcome back to the channel. Unfortunately, we have got news that Sandro Tonali could potentially be facing a 1-year ban from worldwide football. It's not what we want to be hearing whatsoever. We've got plenty of sources and plenty of news which we've genuinely been lacking over this sort of situation. It's all this Italian media which is just brought up literally anything new. You know, they've been betting at half-time apparently. But we do have trustworthy news from the likes of Keith Downey, Craig Hope, more from Sky Sports and etc. So we're going to get straight into it right now. But first of all, let's just start off by saying this is not what we need. Unfortunately, if Sandro is suspended, it's going to be a big miss. We've just bought him for £55 million. And I've seen people say he's a waste of money. We shouldn't have bought him. We wouldn't have known that Sandro Tonali was going to have a suspension. Otherwise, we wouldn't have bought him. It's as simple as, no matter how much of a fantastic footballer he is, we wouldn't have bought him if we knew this beforehand. That also links on, did Milan know this beforehand? Did they know that they had potential betting onto their hands? That'll never be proven. I don't think they could take that into court. Like Milan could be proven of knowing that they have a potential betting problem with Tonali, and hence why they did sell him. You know, it's a bit weird that they sold the most promising player, the guy who was meant to be a De Rossi regen. I would say Pirlo, but he's not. He's more of a De Rossi than a Pirlo. But you just kind of wonder, why would they sell him? Of course, that league is pretty underfunded and they don't have the best sort of income. The stadiums haven't been changed since the World Cup. I know the San Siro's seats colours are still the same colour from whatever World Cup was held in Italy from a very long time ago. They don't seem to actually renovate the stadiums that much. Yes, they are kind of underfunded of money, hence why they might have wanted to sell him. But let's get straight into the actual Tonali news. Now, as of yesterday, the court hearing come to an end, which lasted 2 hours. And as we also know, Fagioli, I do believe his name is, the centre mid from Juve, was suspended for 7 months of worldwide football. I do believe it's worldwide. He's definitely suspended for 7 months. Whether that's worldwide or not, I do not know. He got that, and apparently he spent €1 million in the past month just on betting alone. But of course, it was on in a league and betting side, which apparently Sandro Tonali introduced him to. We won't pick up on too much stuff like that. Yet again, that is from the Italian media. The reason why he is got a kind of a light case, if you take of how much money he has spent and what he's been accused of, is because he come forward to the FA, the Italian FA of course, and said, you know, this is my ongoing problem, I am addicted to betting, and this is, you know, I need help. That's why he's been banned for 7 months, and Sandro Tonali unfortunately has not done that. He has admitted after his case has been found out, but he didn't go to the FA and say, you know, look, I've got a problem. They found out off their own back, and then Tonali kind of admitted it. So he will unfortunately receive a longer sentence, but we will get straight into it now. Like just mentioned, Sandro Tonali has admitted to betting on football matches in AC Milan, which he wasn't playing in and which he was playing in. Most of them were betting on Milan to win while he was playing, which you can't really be doing that. Over here in England, I know it hasn't come out that he's betting on Newcastle in England yet, but in England, these things are, like, our technology is fantastic. You'll get found out in a matter of days if it did happen in England. But over in Italy, it happened in Milan. Yet again, do they know? That's a question for another day. The maximum penalty for that, I think, was on FIFA regulation rules. I don't get this wrong, this is just off the top of my head, but I'm sure it was like 26 for something on this. But the maximum penalty that Sandro Tonali could get for betting on himself and illegally betting, of course, is 3 whole years of worldwide football, of course, including international football, under 21s. Even if we're, for some idiotic people that were saying this, if we sold him back to AC Milan, he couldn't play there. Of course, it's worldwide football. But it is going to look to be reduced because he has worked with the FA. He didn't come forward, which is what Fagioli done. He probably should have. He must have just thought they weren't going to do nothing about it. But if we're speaking in all honesty, I'm glad this has happened because this is classed as a mental illness and he needs all the help he can get. He is our footballer. It's also stated by Mark Douglas, MSI Douglas on Twitter, which you can see here, that Eddie Howe has come forward to Sandro Tonali and tried to help him. But yet again, it does look like it's going to be reduced from 3 years, which would be a substantial amount of time to be out. Wow. And of course, Fagioli's received 7 months. Keith Downey and Sky Sports put up a tweet. Well, Sky Sports put up the tweet, of course. Keith Downey was just speaking on the matter. It says that Tonali didn't go forward with the information like we were just saying, as if Fagioli did. It would suggest that he's likely to face a longer ban than Fagioli. Of course, he faced 7 months. It's just bad news, isn't it? He's had such a hard time, right? And I know this happened before he come to Newcastle, but when you think of what's actually happened to Sandro, you know, he's come to Newcastle, he's come to a different country with barely any of his family, and he's been hounded by the media. do you know, Sandro Tonali's not good, he's not this, and some fans on Twitter, and not any fans in St James's Park, because that's where the real fans are. Some fans on Twitter, the worst place to have a football negotiation or conversation, hands down, have been absolutely slating Tonali. Oh, we're not bothered, he's not that good. I don't know how people can say that about their own player, like seriously, but we won't talk too much on that matter because Twitter is simply ludicrous for football negotiations. But anyways, the FA says Sandro Tonali is still free to play on Saturday for Newcastle United, of course, against Crystal Palace in our opening Premier League fixture, coming back from the international break. All we need to do if he does play, I don't know if they will play him, of course, the club are going to be quite weary with stuff like this, with allegations. They're going to be quite careful because they probably don't want anything like that. And the club, unfortunately, we've just got to give him a fantastic reception. Not to, of course, congratulate him about the matter, but to let him know that we are here, because when you're suffering, and gambling is classed as a mental illness, I do believe, you would need to back him, let him know that he does have people here. I can guarantee the 50,000 people in that stadium would sit down and have a conversation with Sandro Tonali about the matter. Look, son, it's alright, you'll get over this. Of course, that won't happen, but I think the majority of the people would gladly help Sandro Tonali. But yet again, it seriously is unfortunate. I look so forward to Sandro Tonali coming back. And yet again, as the time of recording, it's 23 minutes past 1 in the afternoon on the Thursday. It genuinely is just unfortunate. Sandro Tonali is a fantastic footballer. If you can't see that, I don't know what's wrong with you. The way this man brings the intensity into the game, he's such a fantastic player. And when he comes back, if he does come back, you know, we don't know the future. We can never predict what's going to happen. He will thrive, and I mean thrive, in Eddie Howe's system. The fast-playing, pressing football that we play, he is absolutely pitch perfect for our system. I don't see another midfielder that is better. Sean Longstaff works on that fantastically, but yet again, if Sandro Tonali kicks on at Newcastle, he'll be fantastic. We're still waiting on the final word from the FA or the club to actually make a statement. Yet again, it's 25 minutes past 1 now. We don't know what's going to happen. We don't know exactly what has happened. Of course, this is quite trustworthy news, and I mean very trustworthy, what I have told you today, but we haven't got the final word. We don't know exactly how long Tonali's going to be banned for, and I can guarantee you, this is the last Tonali update I make, so make sure you like this video. You let me know your thoughts in the comment until there is the final word. That's when I will make a video on it. I normally upload my videos at 4 PM for when kids come out of school, because that is genuinely my biggest audience, as you are probably watching now. But when them Sandro Tonali news do come out, if it is before 4 PM, I'll get that straight out as soon as possible, so you can get the fastest news possible. Of course, I do bring the fastest news on Instagram. Twitter, that's where I'm the most fastest on. Instagram by far. I upload everything on there straight away, and also on Facebook. As you can see, all my socials are in the description below, the username. I don't think the links actually work, but the actual username is there. But yet again, it seriously is unfortunate for Sandro Tonali and Newcastle United as well. Of course, we are losing one of our most talented players in the team, our second biggest signing. It's just, it is a shame. It seriously is a shame. I was looking forward so much to Sandro Tonali coming back and doubting all these people who've ruled him off, and he's been hit with this. But yet again, it's not something I'll ever slate Sandro Tonali for, just as I wouldn't for any other footballer. It's just a shame. We really need to back Sandro Tonali. We don't know what he's going through. Hence why I don't want to pick too much up on the matter, but everyone's like, oh, why Sandro Tonali not happy at Newcastle United? This could play a part in it, do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, I don't know how to put it, but these things can affect you mentally, especially if this has been going on for a long time. We don't know what goes on in people's lives. Of course, the smallest of things could happen. Do you know what? We can't base people off things like this, but it seriously is unfortunate, and I will be there, and hopefully you will as well, 100% for Sandro Tonali, to back him seriously, to back the lad. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on the situation and how long you think of the suspension Sandro Tonali will get. Of course, Fagioli did come forward and suspend for 7 months. That's because he did work with the FA. Sandro Tonali, unfortunately, looks like he's going to get a longer ban, which I really, really dread saying that. I seriously do. I don't like them news whatsoever. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, well, you would have not enjoyed the news I've brought you. But if you did enjoy the explanation and appreciate that I've brought this video to you, thank you very much. Please like the video and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Jody Josh. Go and enjoy your day.